Doing drills to improve your disc golf form is a great way to help change your muscle memory if it's not quite clicking for you in field work. So these are my top 5 drills to improve your backhand form. One of the best drills that helped me learn how to create the power pocket when I'm throwing is the heavy bottle drill. And that's where you grab a water bottle that has a loop on the top, by that loop on the top, and then it points straight wherever your hand is going. So as you reach back, it points backwards, and then you can pull it in to point at your chest. And you really feel the power of your arm unfolding and slinging that water bottle. It has a lot of force behind it. And you can compare that to kind of swinging the water bottle around like someone would if they were throwing with a rounded throw. It's not going to have that one moment with a lot of force on it. The problem with the heavy bottle drill is it tends to create a lot of momentum in the water bottle as it's coming out of the power pocket, which is what it's designed to do. But I've seen allegations of dangerous airborne water bottles as a result of doing this drill. So my adaptation is a little bit different. You just want to use a disc kind of in the same way. It's not really a good idea to grab it like this. I would grab it with basically a sideways version of the normal power grip. The normal power grip sets the disc pretty nose down, and we're trying to set the disc kind of sideways. So it points whatever direction your thumb is pointing, and then my fingers just curl into the rim to hold on to it. And the idea is as you reach back, you can point the disc backwards, and then the disc should be pointing forwards after you release it. And in between, rather than throwing and having the disc point backwards the whole time, you want to try and point the disc at the middle of your chest as you create the power pocket. This is going to force you to get your elbow away from yourself so you can really get the leverage on that. And it creates the power pocket, and you'll really be able to feel the effect of your arm unfolding with the disc and creating a lot of that power. Now, the only problem that really is created by this drill is that it makes you curl your wrist. Curling your wrist is not something you really want to do when you're driving backhand because it really weakens your grip strength quite a bit. But so yeah, as you're throwing, you want to have your wrist neutral and your hand on the outside. The thing to focus on is getting your elbow in the right spot and getting your elbow in the position so that you can create that power pocket. So I would give this a shot if you're struggling with rounding and you want to focus on getting that leverage out of your arm and out of your elbow and really feeling your whole arm unfolding and putting that power into the disc. That's right. The one-step drill is a drill that I've taught for a while, and I think it's really effective to use to teach backswing timing. Your backswing should peak when your front toe touches the ground, just to help you stay balanced, and it helps with the timing a lot later in the throw. But it's incredibly common for newer players to reach back early, either as they're X-stepping or sometime before their front toe touches the ground. And so what the one-step drill does is it kind of gets rid of everything before the correct timing for that one step, for that backswing. So the idea is you start with your weight over your toes and the disc in front of you in that power pocket. And then from there, you reach back and take that last step all at the same time, like it should happen as you're coming out of the X step. This can be adapted even into a two-step throw. If you want to start with your other foot forward, you can kind of take a step into your X step and then remove that first step. And so you still have to worry a little bit about the timing, but it can feel a lot more natural working backwards from a standstill to the one step to the full X step. That's right. Swivel Stairs is an incredibly useful drill from Seabass 22, and it's designed to help with balance and alignment on the tee-pad. To do it, you simply walk sideways down a flight of stairs while rotating backwards and forwards as if you were throwing. Kind of rotate backwards as you cross behind, and then rotate forwards as you reach your plant foot forward. But it's not really a timing drill, so I don't think people should reach back as they X-step, but the idea is to focus on balance. And what happens when you're doing this drill is you realize how important it is to be centered over your feet and to stay balanced while you're throwing. It's incredibly common for a lot of players to lean backwards or lean forwards as they're throwing, and that ends up slowing down the rotation quite a bit, and it can cause quite a bit of loss of power. And so doing this Swivel Stairs drill is a great way to train yourself to stay vertical and stay balanced so you can get that efficient rotation and add a bit of that power. That's right. The one-leg drill is another useful drill from Seabass 22, and it's designed to help people who are taking a little bit too big of a last step because it really focuses on compacting down the rotation and making sure that everything's happening as efficiently as possible, kind of centered over your front leg. So to do the drill, simply balance on your plant leg with your left foot there, or my left foot there, might be your right foot if you're a lefty, but your off foot there kind of with your toe barely touching the ground just to keep you balanced. And what you can do from this position is rotate backwards to reach back and then follow through, and maybe not necessarily throw like this, especially at the beginning, but get the feel for how much power comes from being able to kind of squish down over your plant foot and stay compact and get that efficient rotation. It definitely is possible to throw from a one-step drill or a one-leg drill, and I would encourage people to work up towards that, but mainly just focus on being able to rotate backwards and forwards and stay balanced so you can feel what it's supposed to feel like when you're doing a full throw. And then as you transition that to a full throw, you can focus on taking a little bit of a smaller last step and feeling that rotation happen between your torso and your plant leg. This next drill is the Windmill Drill from Heavy Disc, and this drill is designed to help people with timing, but also to help with the feeling of your plant foot offsetting your backswing. So to do this drill, start by just standing sideways to your target and reaching the disc straight up. Then swing the disc backwards as though it was in a backswing, like your normal reach back, and notice that you kind of take a slight step forward. You can kind of swing the disc around and feel kind of the backwards and forwards motion as your legs move to offset your arm. You can do this a few times to get the feel, and then you can actually try a throw like this. Now this is, it's not recommended if you're struggling with a high reach back or creating a nose up throw, because if you take that step too early and have a high reach back, that can cause a dip, and that will cause a nose up throw, and that's not what we're trying to reinforce here. But if you're doing it properly, the disc will end up at the normal spot that it would for a backswing, and you can really feel a solid movement into your brace. I don't think this is going to be consistent as a way to throw on the course, so I wouldn't try and adapt this for using for every throw, just because the nature of swinging a backswing usually means that your timing has to be exactly the same every time in order to get a consistent throw. Otherwise, the disc will be a little bit higher or a little bit lower. But as a drill to feel the timing and sort of how your balance is supposed to work with your arm and your leg offsetting each other, this drill is incredibly useful. But those are our top 5 drills to help improve your backhand form. Let us know your favorite down in the comments, or if you have any that you think that I missed, definitely link those down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe for more content from Dynamic Discs on how to become a better disc golfer.